Excellent. Okay, we'll move to item 16, which is Christchurch City Holdings. I think Claire and Tony, are you on Zoom? Oh yeah, I can see you there, Tony. I think. Tony, can you turn your mic on? Claire, what about you? We can hear you, can we?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Sam?
Yeah, I can. Yep. I can't hear you though, Tony.
Oh, sorry.
Can now.
I should be on.
Oh yeah, that is. Sorry. Yes, I can.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Perfect. Okay, Leah, do you want to kick it off?
Sure. I'll let CCHL obviously present their annual report. Just a couple of things to note from us. Really good result for the year from all the subsidiaries. Very positive, especially given the COVID environment, which obviously we're still not through. And the only other update to our covering report is the fact that the AGM will be of the CCHL will be Zoom meeting now, and I think you should have all received the invite to that. And so we will need both the proxy and an alternative to be voted in for that. Other than that, I'll hand over to the CCHL team.
Great. Tony or Claire, who wants to kick it off from your end?
I can do that. So I'd just like to take the reports, including the annual report, as read. Just like to note that Alex Skinner and I attended a workshop with Council on the 5th of October, and at that point, Council and councillors had a good opportunity to ask questions there. So the purpose of today's meeting is to note receipt of the annual report.
Great. Is there anything, Claire, you want to add?
I'd just like to add and sort of really echo Leah's comments that it's a really good result considering the uncertainty that we've had in the last financial year, and today certainly has highlighted how we're still in a period of uncertainty as we go through the COVID. Other than that, we present the report.
Great, thank you very much. Does anyone have questions? Yanni?
Yeah, thank you. I was just interested if, I know that one of the things that we've asked is to work across the group of companies to look at efficiencies. And I was just wondering if there's like a sort of property strategy for the group. I just was quite interested in the enable moving back into the central city into a private building, for example, and whether there's any thought to working as a city council and CCHL around property type decisions to try and reduce costs and get greater synergy.
Tony or Claire, that's probably a question for you.
Thanks for that comment, Yanni. Having a sort of a group strategy is we haven't considered at all, but certainly always open to consider those things. I mean, we have to be a little bit careful. I mean, Enable is a separate operating company and their own independent decisions, but it's certainly something that we can talk about in the forum.
I'll just add to that too. Just some examples of that though are CityCare are actually, they moved their head office out to one of the airport properties. So it is considered and looked at as part of that as well. So,
yeah.
Anything else, Yanni?
Oh, obviously we've asked around just looking at it's just 5.10.13. So narrowing the gap between the highest and lowest remuneration levels. Obviously, that's not going to be reported until next year's annual report. But do we have any sense of what's happening with chief executive remuneration, what the trends have been over the past year? I know there's been a number of new chief executives employed.
Tony or Claire, have you got any answer or anything for that?
I don't have that information to hand, Yanni, but I can certainly discuss that in a different forum.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much. Does anyone else have questions? No, it's pretty straightforward. So we've got a resolution up there. which is to receive the annual report and appoint me as proxy, which I think we did last year as well, Leah, didn't we? Just,
Yeah, so obviously we, as I said, the AGM is on Zoom, so we just need, as long as you're going to be there.
yeah.
But we also need an alternative as well, just in case something happens.
Sure. So that's got the chair of the AGM as the alternative. That's what it's got at the moment.
As proxy and the chair of the, that doesn't make sense.
I don't know why that.
And the chair.
It'd have to be a
So are you?
councillor.
I don't think it would be the chair of the F&P. Obviously is Andrew, which I don't think is appropriate. So we just need another councillor or staff.
Jimmy will probably. You're happy to do that?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll just change that to put Jimmy in there.
Okay.
I'll be available for it.
Thank you.
You can't. Who's the chair of the AGM? Anyway, it's all right.
Is that all right?
Yep, it's
Yep.
fine.
Great. Okay. Would someone like to move that? Tim will move it. Pauline will second it. Is there any discussion? Yanni? No? Just checking this stuff.
Good. Thank you.
Okay, we'll put that to the vote. All in favour say aye. Aye. Against? It's carried. Thank you. Thanks, Claire and Tony. Okay, Andrew, John.
Thank you.